Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So across cities and towns, across the United Kingdom, riots and all sorts of violence, stores are being looted, cars smashed, mosques attacked. Yeah, it's happening. And what was the catalyst for this? Well, this was a powder keg waiting to explode. But in this particular instance, 3 young girls at a dance event, a Taylor Swift dance event at a dance studio, were slaughtered by a young man with a knife. 6-year-old girl, 7-year-old girl, and a 9-year-old girl. 8 other children seriously injured, and 2 adults. This is in a sleepy seaside resort of Southport. Absolutely awful. Initial rumors were that it was a Muslim immigrant. Well, it turns out it was not. A native-born Britain, parents, immigrants from Rwanda. All right then. But the British public is absolutely sick and tired, and the citizens of Western Europe. I mentioned, of course, Ireland, right? Northern Ireland. Well, back in November of 2023, there was a stabbing attack on 3 little children outside a school, and a woman were attacked by a Muslim immigrant. So you can excuse these people for believing that it was yet another knife attack. Germany's having a tremendous problem with murders and knifings from Muslim immigrants. Right? And other countries, Spain, terrorist attack, France, numerous terrorist attacks, and of course Britain, numerous terrorist attacks. Wrote a chapter about this in my book, and I did a previous video on this, on the rape crisis in Europe being driven by Muslim men. And there's the Rotherham scandal as well in Britain. Hundreds of girls were being forced into prostitution by a Muslim grooming gang, right? And politicians knew about this for years, and so did the police. They turned a blind eye to it because they didn't want to be labeled Islamophobic. And Muslims, they vote as a bloc, so you don't want to alienate the Muslim voters. So ergo, awful. And it's not just Muslim illegal immigrants, but most of the social problems, it's the Muslim immigrants. But as it happens, the British public each day is spending millions of dollars. That's right, each day, millions of dollars housing and feeding these illegal immigrants. And no, they're not asylum seekers. No, they're not. That's a lie. And so you have this violent unrest. And for years, the public has been saying, no more. Close the damn borders. We don't want these people. And they don't want us, as it happens. There's a tremendous resistance on the part of these recent immigrants from Muslim countries. They don't want to assimilate, and they're not assimilating. As it happens, people in Europe are now having to assimilate. Talk about this in my book, right? There are numerous places in Western Europe now where Western women have to wear the headscarf, can't be seen day or night absent a male escort, or they will be raped. They will be raped. This is happening. Schools no longer serving pork in the cafeteria. Oh, Muslims don't eat pork. Well, Hindus aren't demanding the cafeteria stop serving beef, but yep, bowing to Muslim pressure, stop serving pork, right? So this is moving all in one direction. And here we go. Unless this stops, the governments get a grip, this violence could easily spin out of control. And I know there are peaceful and moderate Muslims. Islam is not peaceful. It is not moderate. Islam, if you understand the bare minimum of Islam, it is deeply chauvinistic. Deeply chauvinistic. It's expansionist, wants to take over the world, right? Islam means submission. It's war until you submit to God's law, right? The Sharia, right? Expansionistic, totalitarian, and not the least bit accommodating. Not at all. And this is what the people of Europe are suffering. increasingly in Canada and increasingly in the United States. You see those pro-Hamas rallies, chanting for the death of Jews, burning American flags. Do you ever see any of these rallies that the Jews are having for Israel? Do you ever see them burning the American flag? No, they carry the American flag as well as the Israeli flag. This should tell you everything you need to know about who the good guys are in this particular fight. The British government is warning people, you repost social media that's deemed hateful, offensive, disinformation, or counseling violence, you can be arrested. Now, I think you counsel violence, it should be a crime, it is a crime, and should be punished, right? But a video like mine could very easily land me in jail if I was in Britain. And I'm not speaking hate, I'm speaking the truth here. So, and this censorship has got to stop, right? Liberal democratic societies require open discourse, open communication, the contest of ideas. It's ideas fight instead of individuals. But European governments, they prefer that people fight, right? Because they are not acting responsibly and getting a control of the situation. Anyways, thank you so much for your time and attention. If you do enjoy the video, please do drop a thumbs up. Gratifies my fragile male ego. And check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's all poisonous Marxist lies. And these Marxists, they are supporting these militant Islamic terrorist thugs that are in the streets and trying to kill Jews. That's right. These Marxists think, well, we hate the West. We hate our tradition. So do the Muslims. Very interesting post I saw on X. Some dude in a skirt, trans people for Palestine, got shouted down by, Palestinians, actual Palestinian and actual Arabs. This person would get killed in the Palestinian areas. The West Bank or Gaza, guy in a dress, thinks he's a woman, would be killed. But, c'est la vie. Anyways, thanks so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye now.